Good evening. North Battleford RCMP are asking for your help finding a 15-year-old girl. Kylie Frank was last seen Sunday afternoon in North Battleford. Now, RCMP says she remains missing and continues to avoid contact with her family and police. They believe she is still in or near North Battleford and that foul play is not suspected. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Kylie Frank is asked to call North Battleford RCMP or Crime Stoppers. A local woman is on the hook for thousands of dollars as the timeshare she owns at a BC resort is undergoing major renovations. But her story isn't unique. As Bart Petty reports, at least 14,000 Albertans are affected.
They're great as long as things are going well. It's when there is a glitch that you kind of get a wake-up call.
Jane Hoskins isn't a stranger to timeshares. She's owned and traded them for years. And it was 7 years ago when she landed on a particular spot that caught her eye.
Back in 2006, we decided to go on a little getaway to British Columbia. And it was one of those free weekends where you stay for 3 or 4 nights and only to find out that it was actually a timeshare.
After the trip, she decided to pull the trigger and buy a piece for herself, owning a spot at the Fairmont Vacation Villas.
Pretty much every single year. A biennial one that we can use every other year during prime golf season, and we were using that quite often actually, and it was great, you know, the first 6 years.
But when the recession hit in 2009, things took a turn for the worse. The original timeshare company went bankrupt, and the new management, Northwind, increased maintenance fees. Now called Sunchaser Villas, Hoskins says they charge her twice the amount of what she paid back in 2006. And late last year, Hoskins got another shock in the mail. She turned to get legal help.
The current owner is attempting to rebuild the resort to the tune of some $38 million and is attempting to do that with contributions from the current timeshare owners.
After hearing other similar stories, Hoskins joined a class action lawsuit through Clint Dawkins' firm.
Our understanding is the majority of the timeshare owners, the 14,000, are Albertans, and there could very well be a significant number from the Lloydminster area.
For now, the Calgary law firm prepares as the matter goes back to court on the 25th. And Hoskins says she'll be more careful next time she buys into a timeshare.
Some of these agreements can be 20, 40 years. Some of them are lifetime agreements. Before you sign any type of paper, agree to any financial arrangement, seek the advice of a lawyer.
Bart Petty, Newcap News.
Lloydminster RCMP members anxious for a new detachment will have to wait longer than expected. The contractor is in financial trouble. Now it's been ordered to turn over all assets and property to an appointed receiver. And as Kim Smith reports, the city is waiting for a new company to step in.
Certainly a disappointing and frustrating process.
Construction on the $14 million facility is on hold. The last real work done on the new RCMP detachment was in October.
This is the first time in my 35-year career where we have had to invoke a performance bond through the insurance company.
The contractor, Dowland Contracting, is in receivership. The Royal Bank of Canada filed a complaint against the company in Alberta's Court of Queen's Bench just 2 weeks ago. Mayor Jeff Mulligan says the bonding company is now in the process of finding another company to finish the work.
They are tendering for generals now. So they will identify a general contractor in the next few weeks, and that general contractor will then take responsibility to complete the project.
The city says the building is 70% complete. Construction was expected to be completed this summer, but now Mayor Jeff Mulligan is hoping to have RCMP members in the new detachment in a year from now.
We're one of the fastest growing communities in Canada. And if we were overstuffed in that building 3 years ago, it's just exacerbated by this delay.
At least 3 projects in the Yukon are also being affected by Dowland's troubles.
Projects that we don't have knowledge of, that we're not engaged in, and so it's business impact that flowed through from other projects. So no fault of our people, no fault of the work that was being done on our site by any subcontractors.
The mayor stresses the building is structurally sound and the delay won't cost taxpayers or the city anything more than time. Kim Smith, Newcap News.
If you bought a coffee today, not only did you get your daily caffeine fix, you also helped a local kid go to camp. Kyle Gallagher has more on today's Tim Hortons Camp Day.
Thanks for coming.
You may have noticed some familiar faces serving you coffee today. Local politicians, media personalities, and even a few sports figures lent their time to a very worthy cause.
I'm just happy to be able to help out and volunteer to do a little bit of work, meet and greet people.
We're just helping out, doing whatever we can to, help the proceeds for the camp day.
Giving back to the community a bit, to kind of send some kids to camp and help out Tim Hortons a bit.
Camp Day is about more than celebrity service and a cup of coffee. It also helps raise money for the Tim Hortons Children's Foundation. Each location in Lloydminster will send 2 lucky kids to camp.
We talk to various organizations here in town because we try to select kids that maybe aren't as fortunate to be able to travel to give them a new experience.
Since 1975, the Children's Foundation has served more than 165,000 kids. This year, around 16,000 will take part in a camp. More than $11 million was raised in 2012.
It's awesome to see the kids. When the kids go to camp day, depending on what Tim Hortons they leave from, they usually switch it up each year, but it's great to see them. They're so excited.
Those involved believe it's important to give kids in the community an opportunity to learn some life lessons and have some fun while they're at it.
The kids get to experience rock climbing, whitewater rafting, canoeing, horseback riding, and they don't always get to experience that. It's just an awesome experience for them.
Finding other people, learning to work with other people, and just become friends, make new friends.
And a few volunteers really gave the extra effort.
I have to say Austin McDonald. He's giving her 110 out here.
I'm probably making the ice caps because I'm a fan of the ice caps myself, so it's pretty cool to see how it all works.
It's a great thing to do, and I just like to be a part of it.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap News.